is senior journalist and political commentator Anand Kochikudu, who's been writing a lot on Kerala politics. He knows inside out of what's happening inside the Kerala political cauldron. Thank you so much, Anand, for joining on HW News. And my first question to you is that how are the odds really stacked up in Kerala with three prominent players? On one side is BJP, the other side is a do or die battle for Congress and also for the left. So, how do you see these three political players this time in Kerala 2026 elections?
This election, it is for the Congress to lose this election because they have won the semi-final of sorts, the Panchayat election ahead of the assembly election. So since the Panchayat election is held just 4 months ahead of the assembly election, that trend generally persists. That's been the case for the last 25 years. In 2016, in 2021, the left won the Panchayat election and they went on to win the assembly election. There is also a lot of anti-incumbency against Pinarayi Vijayan. Kerala generally, there's this revolving door. There's this situation where governments are voted out every 5 years, right from 1982. For 40 years, this was the case. But in 2021, in the post-COVID scenario, there was, instead of anti-incumbency, there was pro-incumbency in favor of Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. But that has changed now. There's been a number of allegations. There's been a lot of funding issues. The left has been searching for ways to raise money. The government is practically bankrupt. They are finding it very tough to give pensions, the social security pensions, even though they've raised it to 2,000 rupees. They're finding it difficult to to disperse that. So it is for the Congress to lose from this position because they are on a strong wicket. But Congress being Congress, we can never rule it out. And for the coming to the BJP, of course, they are on the upswing in Kerala for the last decade or so, right from 2014 when Prime Minister Narendra Modi became, he led the BJP to victory in Delhi. The BJP has been on an upswing in Kerala. This was reflected in 2016, in 2019 in the Lok Sabha polls, 2021. Even this Panchayat election, even though it wasn't as big as the 2024 Lok Sabha result, there were still, some positives to take for the BJP. They won the Thiruvananthapuram State Capital Corporation. They wrested it from the left, which has been ruling that for 45 years. So, for the BJP, whatever they gain, the number of seats, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3, the washes could be somewhere close to 20% or even more. That would be there. They have nothing to lose in that sense. And if the left, if they can still come back from this abject position, that would speak a lot about their own organizational might, the leadership of Pinarayi Vijayan, and the ability of Congress to lose from winning positions.
Now let's take all these three political players one by one, and let me come to the challenges before Congress first. Now, what are the challenges? What are the problems which Congress is really facing? We've seen a lot of factionalism within the grand old party. That there is a Chenithala camp, there is a VD Satishan camp, there is a KC Venugopal camp. Now, what happens to these camps? What happens to factionalism? Has Congress within the state of Kerala, has it been able to overcome these challenges? And what are the other problems which the party, according to you, what you're sensing from the ground, is facing?
See, I feel that Congress has always, it's well known, it's well documented that Congress has always had factionalism, and in Kerala, it's been there right from the time Kerala was Travancore and Travancore Cochin. The Travancore State Congress was formed in 1938. Even then, there were leaders like C. Kesavan, T.M. Verghese. They were all, fighting for the chief minister's position. That was, the position was prime minister at that time because they were princely states. But still, I'm just making a point that factionalism is practically synonymous with Congress or the other way around. But of late, I would say, for the last few months, they have been very conscious to make sure that they don't, overtly appear, divided in public, because this is something that the public has been, saying, or they have been worried about, that even if they elect or vote for the Congress, they'll fight among themselves, and then there won't be, the for the spoils. There'll be a huge fight for the spoils, and then they won't get a strong leader to lead them for the next 5 years. Or even if there's a rotation policy, they feel that that will be, compared to Pinarayi Vijayan's strong leadership, they're not very very particular that they want somebody for 2.5 years or 2.5 years. But we don't know what's going to happen. The consensus, seemingly consensus between Ramesh Chennithala and VD Satishan, is to, they seem to have come to some arrangement where Ramesh Chennithala might get half a term or something. But this is being speculated, and their camps are openly speaking about it, so that they can prevent K.C. Venugopal from being parachuted to Kerala by Rahul Gandhi in the event of a fight after the election.
But what is your sense? I mean, they are very optimistic looking at the civic election results. They have a lot of hope that they can come back to power. But Congress has a habit of, losing a winning election, like what we saw in Bihar. They made a lot of
Haryana.
gains, and also Haryana. There were a lot of chances. Anti-incumbency was there. A lot of factors which favored Congress, but somehow they squandered away those gains. They squandered away those factors which were by their side, which could have helped them win elections. My fear is that will the Congress party take that kind of a chance now, after seeing what has happened in Haryana, after seeing what has happened in Bihar, and their performance was abysmal? Can they really squander their efforts at the last moment because of something or the other which creeps up?
I don't see that happening right now, because they seem to be very united. Even when Vellapalli Nateshan attacked leader of opposition VD Satishan, Ramesh Chennithala did make some effort to speak up for the leader of opposition, and K. Muralidharan, he also spoke up. Although there's a section in the party which feels that it's not in it's not a good thing to to be in the bad books of the SNDP and the NSS. That it would be a tough battle to fight them along with the CPIM. But somehow they seem to be united in their mission to bring the party back to power, the UDF back to power. And there are enough people in their midst and even outside the party, like the Roman Catholic Church, the Syro Malabar Church, which has seemingly come back to support the UDF after their disingenuous position in the last election. In the last election, they did not outwardly support the Congress party, but this time they seem to be backing the Congress party once again, as it has been the case all this while. And even the forces outside the party, I'll say, including parties within the UDF, like the smaller allies, they're all very they have not been in power for the last 10 years. 10 years is a long time. So they feel that if this election is lost, everything is lost. They cannot take chances. So they are very, they're all doing their best to make sure that the Congress is held together by somehow or the other.